Good morning, welcome back to Foel Fawr, the latest video. The number sequence I had on the previous video has got a bit wonky, shall we say. So I'm going to call this one Foel Fawr 7, but to make it clear, it is actually the 1st of May 2025, some 4 years since I made the previous videos. I noticed when I first filmed this that even trying to get the numbers and the dates wrong, correct rather, that I made a mistake. So I'm actually doing this opening piece retrospectively. 1st of May 2025, some 4 years since I made the last video. Doesn't time fly? We effectively finished the work on the property in the spring of 2024. Although we were going to go straight on and do the cottage, we decided we actually wanted a break from it. So we spent the rest of 2024 really just enjoying the place. I'm going to go round as we did before and show how things have moved on. One quite dramatic development in the building work. The rest of the property really has settled down. The fields are healed, the grass is growing, and I'll have probably what ends up being a fairly bad cut into the next of the videos, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, catch you in a minute. So here down in Dingley Dell, things are pretty much as they were. A mature garden now. Barbecue was finished, and we added in a shed, so a garden shed for the furniture, and that's about it down here. I'll just have a look across at the view. I hope the video picks it up, but it is a stunning morning. Most of Anglesey is still covered in mist. The sea is flat calm, and as in the last video I did, you can just hear the birds twittering in the trees. Oh, here's a new addition. The small black and white cat that's also interested in the sounds of the birds. That is Bryn. Some of you will have noticed that our animals are mostly named after characters out of Gavin and Stacey. Okay, coming up onto the front garden. I'm purposefully avoiding the house for the time being, because you'll see why when I come back at it. So we'll just have I think we'll just quickly pan around here and then walk out through Hangman's Gate. The fields are now fully recovered. Oh, I will have to have a look, just for the record, at the cottage field. I noticed in the last video that I did, it was a long way from being covered. Yes, good morning Gwen, and good morning Ness. There's an opportunity here. There's the RAF coming in over Holyhead Mountain. One of the features that we've experienced over the last 4 years is some incredible storms. We sustained quite a lot of damage. The shelter belt there has more or less been completely destroyed, and the remaining trees are dead. The replanting that I did underneath those trees was completely destroyed, 100% loss. So coming over now to the cottage field. This was still work in progress in the last video. You can see that, well, that's my bonfire, that it is now completely recovered, and is a nice lush green with bluebells coming through again. It is May after all. Coming back through, I'm going to no, I think I'll just let it run a little bit here while I'm talking. In previous videos I may have mentioned that we had the heating system and the hot water in the house is powered by a ground source heat pump. the pump field, as we call it, directly opposite the house, is where the pipework is. We have 5 trenches in there, just under 1 kilometre of piping, working the ground source system. And that field, well, as you can see, it's completely recovered from all the major excavation work that went on there. Coming back now, the campsite field, really lush green field. No sign of any of the work that went on there. The luxury caravan, of course. And then Bluebell Wood, which again has taken a fearsome pounding in the storms. You look at some of the detail, like the pine we've got here has been badly wind scorched. This pine here, pretty much destroyed. That pine, and that pine, species that are capable of taking the worst that the weather can throw at you, and yet they can't. Moving over to the field that I've referred to as the cheese wedge. Now we're trying something different here, rather than just grazing it and or mowing it. It's sufficiently advanced in its recovery that we can let it be itself. We're trying it this year for the first time. We are having to pluck out the dandelions, but at the moment, excuse me, we've got lush grass. The bluebells are starting to come through now, buttercups and daisies, and we're hoping that we'll have a really attractive wildflower meadow. We'll see where we get to during the course of the year. Quick look out to sea. Very difficult to tell where the sky stops and the sea starts. They're both the same colour, and the sea's absolutely flat. Down over the Clean there we've got a lot of sea mist, and we have Snowdon in view there. I'm not sure until I play this back if it's going to show up. And then back up to Hangman's Gate. We've done some more stoning in here. We're trying to improve the access slowly, and a little bit more to do there. And out through Hangman's Gate. Nessie, Gwen, come to me. This way. Good girls. One of the projects that we tried is to level this field here, leading up to our next door neighbour's house. This has been an unmitigated disaster. The objective was to clear the field and let it return to pasture. The rocks in this field were just too much. We've had to leave some on the surface. So the project, we had to abandon it, regrettably. There's nothing successful about this one at all. It's been an unmitigated disaster. Still, you can't win them all. So walking back in now along our lane, which I just mowed yesterday, one of our other fields here. Again, I'm leaving this one alone. We've got the wildflowers coming through. Bluebells are already visible. Now back into the shade along our lane. Gwen, be quiet. Gwen, enough. Yeah, and another of our fields. Again, still wildflowers, mainly bluebells. I'm going to leave that one alone. Coming back in towards the main gate now. The back of Bluebell Wood. And well, should we head up? Oh, we've got one more field that we've just put on record, I think. This is the one directly behind the main gate. If I can get in the position to... Oh, that is just nothing but bluebells. And here we are, back at the main gate. I'll now just bear with me while I do the keypad. main gates only. Some of you remember that, let's just put something more interesting in shot, that we had a conservatory on the front of the house. Oh, sorry, we're going to get interrupted by the Royal Air Force again. Just doing formation climb. We knocked down the UPVC conservatory. It had reached the end of its life, and we were going to replace it with another UPVC conservatory. Within the event, we did this. So we went a little bit over the top and built an extension, which you have in shot now. What you'll also see on the roof of the extension is a bank of solar panels, and if I pan to the left, you'll see more solar panels, and if I walk along the front showing the extension, it's pretty spectacular, isn't it? And we get to the other side of the house and you see more solar panels, and if I carry on round to the back, you can see up in the orchard there we have more solar panels. In total we have 28 solar panels, giving us approximately 14 kilowatts of power, and we use the electricity as anybody would, plus we have a battery, and the ground source heat pump is in there, so we are actually independent of the grid for most of the year. We can charge the battery up. The battery will be fully charged by this time now anyway, and everything that we're generating off the panels is being exported, so we sell all of our surplus electricity from April through to September, and we build up quite a fund there, which we will dip into during the winter when we can't generate enough electricity for our own use. So we are off the grid, I like to say. We are carbon neutral. And then what we've never shown before, which I'll just do now, we've got this is the workshop stroke garage. I've never put anything on video for this. So before I go into the house to show you the changes there, we'll just have a quick look in here. I don't know if the camera adjusts quite well. So my workbenches, I do know where everything is. And at this end we have the garage. We've got the sports car under wraps, and my current project up on the ramp here are about I don't know, 2 or 3 hours off finishing this project here. So yep, the garage and the workshop. And the trees here again at the back, they've taken such a battering that they'll probably have to cut down, and the shelter belt here that protects us from the prevailing winds is, well, we might get another year out of it, but that's all. So just coming back round to the front. The last major storm that we had, we lost this section of the roof, or at least the ridge part of it. We also lost, I'll come back here, it's just unbelievable winds, sustained speeds of over 100 miles an hour for, I think it was over 12 hours. We had the back gate was smashed off, and okay, the gate's wood, you'd expect that maybe to suffer in a storm force or hurricane, although it was never named as a hurricane, but certainly the wind speeds indicated it. And the concrete post, or it's a dry stone wall with concrete on both sides, and this side here, the ferocity of the wind was such that it snapped the post. So the gate survived. The wind had taken the gate off and blown it away, but it continued to blow and it snapped the stone posts. Okay, just heading back around to the front of the house now. no work done on the cottage. We've kind of come to a halt on that one. I just couldn't face going straight into from building the house to building the cottage. And another shot of the house, the extension, and the fields. Okay, I'm going to cut this now and I'm going to go inside and we'll start videoing the changes that we've made. Okay, welcome to the second part of this video, starting for the internal shots where we did before, and this is in the main bedroom. And as we come around here, the observant amongst you will notice that we have actually now got doors. Main bedroom door and into the hallway. The manifold has all been boxed in for the ground source heat pump at this end of the house, and the wall feature that we had made when we redid the walls. Although the bathroom was essentially unchanged after we bought the place, we did make one significant change, and I'll just move into that. Oops, sorry about that. We did change the shower. We had an electric shower in here, which we inherited, and obviously with our own hot water we wanted to use that, so we've changed it to a mixer shower with and resheeted the walls. And okay, back through kitchen door. Kitchen, yeah, I won't dwell on that, it's as it was. And then through into the lounge. I'm going to avoid showing you the extension at the moment. I'll just carry on through. I think we carry on here in the lounge. The big feature that we had made on the wall, and the door through to the guest end of the house. I'll just put this light on here. Okay, so this is the guest end of the house. The first bedroom, the small one, is finished. I'm using it as something of a study at the moment. So fold down bed there, so that's finished. Flooring, and the manifold for the heat pump that was exposed here has now all been boxed in with this bookshelf. The larger of the two spare bedrooms was something of a building site before. That is now fully functioning as our guest room. Very pleased with the way that's turned out. And I noticed in the previous video that the bathroom at this end of the house was just a building site, so we're very, very pleased with the way this has turned out. You can see that we have now a beautiful bathroom. Very pleased with the way that turned out. So, bathroom, guest bedroom, and another guest bedroom, and then back through into the lounge. Well, I'll now show you the lounge. I'm just purposely keeping the camera out of the way. I'll just point it at the picture. So I'm going to pan round and show you how the extension looks from the inside. Oh, here we go. This is our lounge now. Can't quite see the roof of it there. So very, very pleased with the way this has turned out. I'll just come through now and show you what it looks like inside. Don't notice my motorbike. So here we are now on the inside of the lounge. Got Barbara, there's Barbara sat outside. Hi Barbara, the dog's cat in the shade. And the view up to the side of Holyhead Mountain. And out over Anglesey and the Snowdonia Range in the mist. So it's worked out spectacularly well. Very, very pleased with it. Okay, I'm going to cut this one here. I'll just leave it showing the view, and we'll go back around and to Dingley Dell and just do a final piece. Hi, just welcome to the closing piece on the latest video. As said at the beginning, this is shot on the 1st of May 2025. It's 5.5 years Barbara and I have lived here, and we haven't really let up on the development of this project, but as of 12 months ago, I think we could say that we have finished it. There are always more things to do, and we're looking to develop the campsite field, maybe put in a shepherd's hut. We've already got the water laid on there. We've always got the cottage to get on with. Improvements in the house, we're trying to up the amount of electricity that we are allowed to sell, and I just enjoy the place. And I hope you've enjoyed the videos. I'll splice this lot together and post it a bit later on. And I'll say cheerio for now. Hope it's